Okay, so this is the next project on the chopping block, a 1995 Dodge Ram 2500 two-wheel drive automatic with the 12-valve 5.9 liter Cummins turbo diesel engine. I just paid for this truck a month ago now, I guess, and I'm just back to work on it. $2,000 I paid for it, and it had a vegetable oil conversion kit. So that was removed by the owner before I bought it. But when I got into it, there was a huge mess of hoses, both for diesel fuel and for vegetable oil. So it's got a auxiliary pump here and a aftermarket fuel filter that's definitely not correct. The one on the engine block is missing. I've been comparing to my truck here to know what's supposed to be original. So I think I've got it figured out now that it's going to pull from the diesel can through the filter, through the auxiliary pump into the lift pump, and from the lift pump into the injection pump. Basically, I've got that hooked up, and right before I started filming, I tried it, and it did attempt to fire, so I'm going to try and record from this point forward and see if it'll fire right up. Someone took the electronic fuel shutoff solenoid off. That's what that rusty bracket is supposed to have in there, and instead they've got it spring loaded in the run position, and there's a pull cable under the dash here. This cable here, supposedly when you pull it out, it's going to shut off the engine. So just in case, I mean, one thing is I can just pull the fuel line out of the fuel, but that'll take a while for it to die. So what I also have here is I've loosened the air filter boot here, and I have a piece of board that's big enough to cover the whole turbo opening that I can use to snuff it out if it decides to do anything stupid. I have no idea what the history of this engine is. The truck has 523,000 kilometers on it, and with the vegetable oil kit, I don't know what that does to it. And also the previous owner said that the injection pump was having issues, is why he parked it. So without further ado, I guess we'll try cranking it again and see if it'll do anything for us. So that was as close to running as we're going to get at the moment, I think. I didn't get a chance to try my shutoff cable. But let's take a look and see what it's doing up front here, if anything. Injector nuts 1, 2, and 3 were loose when I started, so I closed them up. We're gonna have to do something about this coolant problem pretty much right away here, I think, or we're gonna end up losing it all. By the look of this, the coolant is way over full. So I just hate to dump it on the ground. Right there you can see the green dripping out of one of the spigots. I don't know why there's T's there. Maybe it was for some kind of a cooler for the veg kit. So I think I'm going to stop the video here and go. Hey guys, just a quick update on the 95 12 valve Cummins here. The wind here is absolutely ridiculous right now, so hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. Haven't had much time to do much with this project or any of the others for that matter. One, because of weather, and two, because of COVID and just being busy with work and whatnot. The plan was to get this one on the road so that I can pull the blue four-wheel drive Cummins off the road to rebuild it and restore it, kind of thing. So where this one's at right now is it'll start and run and drive and stop. It's running off of another truck tank in the box, because the tank that's in the underneath the box tied to the frame is full of sludge and vegetable oil and all kinds of yuck. So it's running off of there right now. The plan ultimately will be to drop the original tank and either swap it or make sure it's completely cleaned out, and that will solve the fuel supply issue. Next then would be, it needs a proper mechanical lift pump. Right now we're just running a 12 volt electric pump to feed the injection pump, and I don't think it's quite supplying a high enough primary pressure for the truck to run properly. So that's maybe part of the issues we're having. So we'll get a new mechanical fuel pump on it at some point, and then we'll know if the injection pump needs to be rebuilt or not, which would be about $600-ish if we need to do that. Aside from that, there's some metal reconstruction on the bottom to do. The front two cab side mounts are pretty much gone, and the driver's side floor pan needs some help. So I've got some cab mounts from another truck that we're hopefully going to put on, and then either order a whole new floor pan for the driver's side or just cut some pieces and weld them in to patch it up. After that, we'll be pretty much ready for a safety inspection, I think. Put the snow tires on for the safety at least. These all seasons have some decent tread, but they've got some cracking in them, and the ones I took off the back are basically toast. The one was leaking, but we can put the snow tires on for safety and then run whatever we want to after that. Other than that, I think everything else functions. All the lights work, horn works. The brakes will probably need to just be serviced. I think they're relatively new. Parking brake works. So it really wasn't a bad deal for $2,000 for this truck. Yeah, basically it's just a couple of small mechanical issues. The rust on the bottom, and a little bit of patching on the rockers here. They're still mostly there, but I'll just clean them down and see what's there and put a couple of patches in and paint it up. A little bit of rust on the box, but it shouldn't be an issue for a safety. And other than that, shouldn't need much else, I don't think. And hopefully we can get it on the road this early summer, or maybe even spring, depending on how things go. And then once I know that it's good to go, then we'll take the blue one off the road and start tearing it apart. We'll also need to put a electric fuel shutoff solenoid under the hood there. It doesn't have one at all right now. You pull the cable to shut the engine off, and the red switch is for the electric fuel pump we have running right now. Ta-da! Definitely needs some TLC, some tune-up, but not bad for what I paid for it. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. So if you like the video, guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if you have a question or something to add. I'm hoping not too far from now into the future we'll be able to do some more on this truck. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Go check out the GB Productions website, and also hit up the gtstech.com, and we'll see you guys all here on the next one.